focusing on your ups, they go see the poof camera on you to see those subtle reactions. So there are people that came in and the other reactions like mixed feelings like wow, oh, voila, waiting with this. But when Cross walked in, everyone was genuinely happy. So I would be happy. I would stand across happily this season because, like I said, he's a relatable character and he has a lovable personality. And like Cross is just that free spirit guy. So you get. So that's for me. But that does not mean I don't wish my other G's well. I wish everybody well. Like the lineup choke, to be honest. I don't even know as it takes select time. I don't know who did that selection, but the lineup actually choke and it's with people that have two or three people that they stand for. But for me, now who I go say, okay, now my man be this why they push. Shout out to the general, also shout out to Perry, shout out to White Money, shout out to every level of housemate there. So me, I don't answer my own. So back to Big Sam. Big Sam, answer
Sorry,
us.
before you go, Giddy Fire. So I want to throw one question to all of you, like all of you, from Big Sam to Dotun to Giddy Fire to KV to J Paul. Like, so do they contact you guys too to be part of this, or you guys just said you want to like you don't want to like go back, or because you said something just now that oh you don't know how people were selected. I would love to know, like, were you contacted or you just feel like, oh, I don't want to go back, I'm too big right now, or I don't have that stress again for like some months to, be in one very close space and all that. I'm interested to know.
Okay, so
So
okay,
with
Big Sam,
with
you can go.
okay, go on.
Okay,
The
so
Okay, with
question
regards
is for all
with
of
regards to
you,
that
all
question,
of
yeah.
you, all of you.
let Big Sam go first.
All right, with regards to that question, Akani, they reached out to some people, which was very direct and straight up. Others declined, others did not. Personally, I'm back to school. I left for school. I left school when I was in my final year, second semester for BBN. And it's about time for me. I've been chopping life in Lagos, bro. So I didn't even fuck with the whole idea of going back to the show. Why? Because I had to finish because I'm going to finish school next year by the grace of God. So I'm not even involved in that at all. I'm all focused on my own grind right now. You get so get the fire straight up to you.
Okay, Akani, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, very well, loud, loud.
Okay, so when I said I don't know how they pick, I'm not talking about how they contact them, how they contacted them. I was talking about like the lineup. You get. So, but what Sam said is true. Like they'll reach out to some people, but for me, I know there was even a tweet that was flying around when I was like, affliction should not rise the second time. Many people laughed at it. Many people also attacked me, but it was just from a personal place. I do not see myself going back too soon. We just finished level up. We just finished the reunion. It was hectic. It is hectic. Let's call it spade a spade. So I didn't see myself going back. So even I didn't see myself in those conversations of all stars. Like, but I feel they contacted them directly. Yeah.
Thank you very much. You are
Well,
very honest, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
just to add
Yeah.
to that, I can.
Also, everyone has Sammy and Gide have spoken. So yeah, Akoni. So for me, or I'll first of all like to even agree with what they first said because everyone is in different stages of their life. For Sammy, he left something to come on the show, and feels like this is not a good time. Giddy does not see himself going. Every other person has their different, stories. Some people that's what they want to do, others not. But for myself, I won't say if I was contacted or not, but to be honest, I had a chance, to be on that. But I, at this point, am not in that headspace, to be honest. Right now, like Giddy said, we just came out of the house. Many of us are still trying to find our foot. And many people that you're even going to be competing against, in all honesty, I feel they might have like edge over you. So for me, I think there are other things that are my priority at this point in time. Yeah, in all honesty. So yeah, to be honest, I respect every of our housemates from Adekunle to Doyin and Bayi that ended up back on the show. Is kudos to them. It takes a bold effort to do that. And to be honest, I think they are doing well and team level up all the way. Yeah.
Let him level up all the way.
It was so
Okay.
got
Shout out to J
tragic.
Paul. I see you, J Paul.
Yeah, thanks, man. I see you guys. Thank you. I'm sorry for coming in late. Dotun, Giddy Fire, Connie, Nee, my guy, Big Sam, everybody. KV is here. It's a full house. Okay, so just to buttress what my guys have said. So let's not forget, there are producers of the show who know what they want. Do you understand? So whoever they contact, however they contact anybody, it's up to them. They decide what they want and the dynamics of the show. Like Giddy Fire said, the lineup joke. They can't invite everybody. In almost every season, there's been 26 housemates or more. So for them to put an all-star, they are going to have to invite the people that they want on the show. So if a few people didn't get invites, no hassle, no stress, nothing. It's just the fact that the producers know what they want and they contacted. Some people even turned it down because mentally, like
100%.
Dotun said, mentally they are not ready for it. It's like, see, that place is a luxurious prison. It's actually a luxurious prison where if they open the door for some people, we will not go outside because the Stockholm syndrome. We're in love with our captor at the end of the day. So it's up to a few people. It's up to the people that say no, they have their reasons. The people that have gone in also have their reasons. And for people that have not been contacted, it's okay, it's fine. There would also be more all stars to come, probably, because the show doesn't seem like it's going to go down anytime soon. It's the biggest show. Everybody knows. So definitely everybody will still get one, everybody will get an opportunity. We all had an opportunity on the show, and it's going to go around. More people will go on that show. It's one of the biggest shows in Nigeria. You cannot take it away from them. And that's why we always say to each other, you cannot bite the hand that fed you because they put us on this platform. Everybody knew us now because of that show. So regardless anything, we still have to pay respect to them and say, you know what, these guys have a reason for everything that what they decide. They also want to make money now. Everybody they watch the show now, we they enjoy them. The characters in there are giving us from 1 week. They give us drama. Sissy don't they give us drama. Everybody don't they give us drama. It's just 1 week. It's not even one full 1 week yet. You get, so they have a reason for the lineup, and it's exciting. We're enjoying it. So yeah, that's it.
Cool. I think okay, I think we still have Niyi. Yeah, I think Niyi is still there. After you guys finish, I'm just gonna share my thoughts. Okay, we have KV too, so I'm just gonna share my thoughts. And all.
I thought they've answered it all, oh. But
No, actually,
what I
Niyi
just have to
Lawa,
say.
all man for himself. So you have to speak for yourself.
He's all man for himself.
Well, you know what? They've okay, so basically, like J Paul said, over 26 housemates, in each season. So they can't really invite everybody to start with. Then second of all, um the whole thing of some people actually declined the request. I don't know how true that is because I've also seen on socials whereby people are saying, "Oh, these are the people that I thought declined, and I'm seeing them in the house right now." You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, All Stars is bringing strong personalities, as you've seen in the house, to come and contest, and that's it. Let's just enjoy the show and hope for the best. I'm really, really rooting that this is going to be the best season of Big Brother, and let's just see how everything unravels. That's it from me.
Hi guys. Sorry,
Hi,
I
Gracie.
I got cut off. I was talking to myself like for almost like 5 to 6 minutes, and I realized that
Oh,
no one can actually hear me. But yeah, so I feel like this season, for me as a fan, like, am I audible first? Can everyone
yeah,
hear
you're
me?
audible. We can hear you.
Yeah. So I feel like as a fan of the show for so many like seasons, the lineup, yes. I mean, some of them we expected them to be back, and some of them we didn't expect them to be back, because I felt like some were fillers that could have used someone else. I don't know, don't want to be shady, but yeah. But I feel like this season is gonna be like very unpredictable because there's just so many strong personalities and a lot of people that have like big fan base outside the show. So someone like Mercy and White Money and Cross. These are people that are loved like outside the show. So it will be really interesting to really see who gets to the top because for now it's anyone's game amongst the really big guys. And of course there are a few people that could surprise us, like Adekunle and all that stuff. But I mean, it's really interesting. Like and someone else, what you guys were saying about people declining. I think Tacha, I don't know if that's how to pronounce her name. Yeah, she said that um she was offered, and basically because when money is not involved, it's pretty much like she felt like it was a waste of her time. So I don't know how true that is, if people were paid to come back or not paid to come back. But I mean, Big Brother is like a really big show, and for people who, like you said, mentally it's really excruciating, and it's something that you really have to prepare yourself mentally for. And yeah, let's see who wins. I have my favorites, not gonna say any name, but I feel like it shouldn't go to the person that has already won.
I feel
As a fan,
sorry for
it's
interjecting. Like I feel like
yeah.
if you are deliberating on issues like that on this space, I feel we might just
Mm-hmm.
like attract some drags to the the young man that put
100%.
up these
100%.
conversations together. This is just me
Mm-hmm.
like trying to advise
Big
like
Sam, nobody has died from dragging
No,
before. I know
no
that.
I
offense,
know like
no
for the sake
problem.
of the young man that put
Anything
up
that
these
is
conversations
too
together.
much,
Yeah. So sorry, you can
no, but
continue
it's
actually.
okay. No problem. I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying anything too controversial. I mean, this is what like fan base, like the fans of Big Brother, that's what we think of, right? And if you're gonna talk about the show, you're gonna talk about what's going on with the show, what's happening, and what people are thinking. So, and like, I don't know who said that no one's gonna kill us, or I don't know, no one has ever died because of controversy. And so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much done, but I mean, anyone can chip in.
All right, guys. I'll let J Paul take the mic and just do his thing. Let's go, JP.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through today. What we're supposed to talk about today is still about the Big Brother Ninja All Stars, but we're going to be talking about the ripple effect, which means that we're already stars. We've been made by the show. Do you think going back there can make or mar um the stardom? Yes. So, for instance, you have big personalities already, big people with big fans who already have established fan base. So, for instance, um, let me use as an example. Say Mercy now is in the house. She's already a big star. Do you think it will have a ripple effect? Do you think there will be mistakes in the house that will make her lose fan base? That's what we want to talk about here today. What's the ripple effect? Is it going to be good for them? Is it going to be bad? Do you think that somebody might make a mistake? Because you know how Nigerians are. They will drag you for the smallest thing. So that's what we want to discuss here today and ask questions. So I'll let the new guys, our new guys, Dotun Gidifire. I'd like you guys to let me know your take on this, the ripple effect. Do you think that it would make or mar them at the end of the day? Let's start with Dotun.
Okay, J Paul. That's a very difficult one because for me, I think you can look at it from both sides. The show that made you, can that show really mar you? Yeah, because I think everyone became a star by just appearing on the show. Do you understand? So appearing on the show was enough for them to, you know, be recognized, and then going back to the show again. I don't think that's, you can look at it from that point of view. At the same time, you can look at it from, the making a mistake point of view. So there's something Mercy said today that I saw online. She said, I know they give free highlights, Do you understand? That's I saw. Looking at that, I just saw it as Mercy trying to, curtail herself, not being the same person she was when she was, in their Pepe Dem season. Trying to, watch what she does. She was being extra careful, and meanwhile, that's not Mercy, the normal Mercy we know. So the show can marry you. That's the honest truth from my point of view. Going back, the ripple effect might be negative if you are not being careful. So I think everyone is being extra careful. That's why so far it had to take us 2 days to see the first drama. Do you understand? There are many times that we could have said that some people would have fled up for some things that happened in the house, and they were just being extra careful with their words, their actions, so that they will not be perceived in some kind of way. So the show definitely has a negative ripple effect if you are being honest. If you are being honest with yourself, going back can mar you if you are not careful. That's my point of view. Yeah. So it just depends on the person's action. So you just have to be careful. I think many people are being careful in the house right now.
Giddy, what do you think? Thank you, Dotun. Giddy Fire, what do you think? Giddy, are you there? Giddy, Giddy's off. All right, Nee, what do you think, bro? What's your opinion? What's your thoughts?
Oh boy. Well, Dotun mentioned something about appearing on the show. You are already a star already, but I believe being a star is not enough. Um, because at the end of the day, being a star is very vague. So, in regards of Big Brother stars and people who have established themselves outside the brand, now having an opportunity into going to the All Stars, like you said, anything can happen. I mean, it's a game. Let's not forget that this show, there are times whereby you can just get unlucky, and before you know it, you're out of the house. And whether you like it or
Are you talking
not,
about yourself?
of course, if I'm to use myself as a case study, of course. And
J.
when
Paul.
you get unlucky, whether you like it or not, if you have been on a certain pedestal before, on a certain level, I mean, advancing in the show, and you find yourself that you're not making that in the All-Star games, then it becomes a problem. Like you said, Nigerians will drag you for the whatever you would not even see coming. So yes, it can mar you. And also, you're also seeing people who they spent 2 weeks in the former show they were in, and now they're having an opportunity to come back into the All Stars. So it goes both ways. But at the same time, the people who have already had a huge fan base and all of that, I believe that it's just going to make them even more established. That's what I see in this All Stars.
Okay, great. Thanks, man. So even aside the mental stress on the contestants, on us, for instance, they invite us, we go. Even aside us having the mental stress, even the fans themselves go through mental stress. So for instance, I had a situation where different set of people asked me, "Are you going for the show? Are you going for the show?" Another set of people asked and said, "Please don't go for the show. Please, it's not going to be easy for us and all." I'm going to throw this to Akoni. Akoni, so first question I want to ask you: do you have is your fave in the house?
Oh yeah, like yeah. I mean, Donnie is my friend. Like before she went into the house, like
Uh,
Donnie is my friend. All our family members were more like family. Let me just put it that way.
great,
So,
great, great.
and based on what J Paul just said, like that's just a fact. Like it's stress for everybody, and that is why I always like tell people that are my friends. Like probably you're supporting another housemate. I try to tell people don't get invested too much into things. Watch it as if you just like watching a seasonal movies when you know that even if they tells you that the actor dies, you just know that it's a film, it's a movie. So that you won't get to mess up yourself, your mental health, your emotions, and at the end of the day, you raise up your expectations to the point that you just couldn't find yourself at the end of the day. So it's it's a lot for everybody, and for me personally, I'm going to I'm going to go through the route of the fact that these guys are already made. Like Nee said, they've already made, and I'm going to be speaking from business perspective as well. Like, um, this is an opportunity for everybody to raise their stake in terms of brand equity and coming, especially people that have been there like 5 years ago that didn't really make it through that much. This is going to like be another opportunity for them to raise their brand equity, but it's going to be a lot. And I'm looking at the guys that were there 2 years ago, like last year, and you have to compete against some established personality. But then at the end of the day, the fans, they kind of have big role or huge role to play along with the narrative that is coming from the establishment themselves, because everything has a price. I tell people this: if you guys you
Leaves the house, right? So,
It's going to be mad.
who do you
It's going to be really
who do you
crazy.
think is gonna leave Akoni?
so by the virtue of the fact that I won't want to spill, but I honestly understand some the dimension of this year's game. So that's why for those who probably follow my accounts, like I keep hammering on eviction jury. Yeah. And I keep making one statement like a lot of you need to go and read or research about what eviction jury is all about. So I don't know when, but there's something I do know. The pattern which they're gonna introduce at the initial stage of the show might probably a little bit different from what you and I were used to. Like I don't know how it will go. I don't know how they're gonna play that out, but a fiction jury is gonna like make most of their normal ways of do things to probably change in a way. So to now answer your question, that now puts me in a position where I don't know, right? But if it's a situation whereby people are get thrown up and they ask everybody like in the audience to decide, like the fans to decide who stays and who goes on, then what you said would probably beat the situation. And I mean, it's actually not a big deal, right? Like I tell people, it's like one of those few lifetimes opportunity that people that desire to be in the entertainment industry, right? To go through that route. It's one of the biggest thing you can ever think of as an entertainer, whether you are in the OAP business or influencing business or the music industry, hosting industry, film industry, like wherever you that industry is very big. So this is just that's why some of the artists that actually came out from that show, they get to face this kind of like a huge competition from the music Twitter. You get to see that people have this idea that okay, you didn't go through what we went through. You just like got the fame and you think you can just step into this industry and just try to like take the whole charity or the tax away just as that. So we are not living the fact that that platform is very